I've been lucky enough to spend a lot of time in some of the world's best golf manufacturing facilities, and today I'm going to make and build my own golf club. Hi everyone, my name's James Robinson and welcome back to this YouTube channel. Today you're going to have a little bit of an insight into what it's like building golf clubs. Now today we're at 11HQ and I've already been in their studio getting a little bit of a fit in for one of their new hybrid designs. So I'm really excited by this. It looks absolutely fantastic. We've tested a couple of different shafts and we actually have the shaft man waiting for us here. Nick, how are you doing?
I'm very good.
Very good. Good to see you again, mate.
And you, mate.
So we're at your HQ today, and as you can see, this is, if you like golf kit and you like the idea of custom fitting and speccing things up, this is an absolute dream, isn't it? So you can see we've got the new head here. This is the XL2, and it's actually quite a forgiving hybrid with a little bit of adjustability, isn't it? So we'll talk through exactly what this is about a little bit later on in the video, but you can see we've also done a little bit of a fitting here. We've hit a couple of shots and we found a really good combination, didn't we? So first of all, what are these? Because there's lots of different options you can have in here, and they're not just different colours, are they?
No, so the KBS Max is their high launch shaft, and again comes in like 6 different colours.
Yeah.
So blues, we obviously sold a lot this week, so we're running low, but blues, pinks, reds.
The blue's a little bit Man City for me, I'm not going to lie.
But then we've got obviously the TD, which is a bit stiffer,
yeah,
which is obviously what you're in.
Yeah.
So we're probably going to go for the category 4 70 gram.
And that's interesting because that's a very similar shaft. I think it's the same shaft actually as what I've got fitted for with PXG.
Yeah.
So a very similar design. Obviously we need to cut this to length. Well, I'm going to do it, aren't I? You can let me do this.
You can do it if you want.
I'm going to cut this to length. I'm going to grip it. We're going to see what setting we're going to put it on as well. And then we're going to test it out in Portugal and see just potentially, I've dropped that. I'm going to pick that up before I drop it and lose it. Just how good this thing can really be. So should we get back in the workshop?
Perfect.
I'm a bit nervous about this. I have done this before, but in my PGA training days, and those exams were a long time ago.
It's been 84 years.
And I only just passed by the skin of my teeth. So this might go really well, it might go horrifically wrong. Either way, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button below and check out the guys at 11 Golf if you want. You can see how busy they are with building clubs. So, right, where do I start? Safety goggles.
Right, let me just chuck an adapter in this and then...
And this is one of the big adaptations pun. This is one of the big movements from the standard 11 clubs, isn't it? You can see there that we don't have the adjustability on the standard ones, whereas this new one we can change loft on there as well.
Yeah, so again, because it's a in between a hybrid and a wood, it's quite a big head. It's actually a fairway wood shaft.
Yeah.
So it kind of plays like a fairway wood, but a bit shorter. And
it's a really interesting club actually. So I initially had a quick go with this over at the PGA show in Orlando, and we're just at Top Golf. And I just hit a few, I was like, wow, that's unbelievable. The shaft in it was a bit stiff because it was yours and you're a little bit quicker than I am, / a lot quicker than I am. So I really wanted to get down here and just test it and see, because it's almost similar to that kind of Callaway UW club, isn't it? Where it's a kind of forgiving fairway wood hybrid / kind of design. And then the fact that Nick said, do you want to build it yourself? I was like, yeah, I do. So what can I be doing?
We've got to tip the shaft first. So normally, again, cat 4, it's in between stiff and X.
Yeah.
We'd probably tip it about an inch.
Okay.
Again, you can go stiffer, you can go softer.
I think if anything softer.
Yeah.
But whatever you would do.
So half inch would be for a wood.
Yeah.
Inch for the for a hybrid.
So what I want, and this is a big thing as well. So when we were hitting balls just a few moments ago, and it was like, what do you want from this club? And to be honest, I want something probably for off the tee when I'm struggling with driver.
Okay.
So it's going to be more shaft length, isn't it, for that club head speed?
100%.
So how much shall I tip?
I would probably, again,
it's like a bit of a mess, isn't it? How much shall I tip? 40%.
We've been like crazy busy, so it is a bit of a mess. But right, so that's obviously half inch.
Yeah.
That's an inch.
Yeah.
So you just stick it on the slider.
I love how you idiot-proof this just for me.
I've done it because when the light's in here, it can be, so you obviously want the end of that shaft in line with the inch.
Are we doing an inch then, yeah?
Yeah, well, big boy.
There we go, how's that?
And then you literally just push it.
Straight through?
Push it all the way. Job done, you can slide it back now.
I didn't want to like pull it back and then
yeah, no, you can
do it.
This just goes all the way.
Done. Step 1.
Step 1. Step 2.
I'll still have to do that at this end though, won't I?
Yeah, so We'll measure for length and everything in a minute,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's kind of just tip prepping at the minute.
It's a very interesting thing, this, because different club builders have different processes.
Mm-hmm.
Like some guys put the grip on first, some guys do the shaft length first. I can't really remember from my PGA training days exactly what we got taught to do, but for me, like I love this kind of look at all the different things that you can do. We've got a bit of hot melt there as well, which a lot of people found really interesting in the previous video. So, where now?
Just scraping, literally, it's just about an inch off the tip. Again, you can use a machine. I always just feel with graphite,
There?
probably like up to here.
Because you do too much, it's going to look a bit messy, isn't it? And this is to make sure the glue obviously takes and not...
Just giving so much for the glue to adhere to.
Bit more?
Just don't want to finish this bit off.
Yeah, but the thing is as well, like obviously they're expensive shafts, and if I take a little bit too much, then it's ruined, isn't it? You're,
But again, you know, some people prefer a machine. I've just always done it by hand, so that's the way to do it.
Right. Now
we'll clean that off in a minute, but measure to length. So we'll move these grips out the way. So again, this just sits in the housing like so. Grab that into the middle of the ruler.
Yep.
So 42 inch on a 2 hybrid, or in the XL2.
And that's just a standard for this club, yeah?
Again, you can have it any length you want, really.
And then we're back on the old...
And now we cut. Again, just, a little bit of a slower push. So again, so for the cutting, it's right on the edge. So you can jump back on that. So we want it right on the first piece. There we go. So again, just slightly slower into the blade. Yeah, and then bring it back.
Wasn't worried about that at all.
So this is like where you were saying, do you grip first or after?
Yeah.
I always grip first.
Yeah.
Just because we've got so many heads. If I need to change weight, I can cherry pick heads or do whatever to the heads. And
potentially with weight, you could even be hot melting it as well, which is what we saw when we're doing the drives. If you want something a bit more low spin, we'll put this on screen now. If you have a mist that kind of goes to the right a little bit, you can change that CG around even in these heads, can't you?
Yeah, you can. And anything that's a wood and that's got a weight port, you can squirt some in.
Right. So
what's your gripping skills like?
I think I can do a grip. I think gripping's probably the one where...
Ooh. Graphics-wise, I do everything kind of half and half.
Yeah.
But did you want it showing, or how do you like logos?
I think I'd probably have that down the backwooder there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super stroke grip.
Super stroke standard.
I do like these as well, to be fair. Would you take this off first?
No, I think it will come off once.
It'll come off. I might go 2 layers of tape though, I reckon. So that goes to about there. So that's there. I need that pen, don't
I? You don't need a pen. You can just kind of
blag it.
So I pull a load of tape. Yeah, snap it off.
I have done this before, Rob.
I'd probably use the cut side for the... yeah.
Ooh. Don't need a shave in the morning. I feel like such a noob.
Yeah, I've seen you make your Mizuno iron, so I know you can do it.
I can do it. I've not done it in a while though. The key here is getting really tight with it, innit?
Yeah, no ridges is... So normally I'd go from the underneath, so you don't put ridge on ridge.
I like your thinking, because that's a quick way to ruin a grip. You're laughing at me, Bob. We can stop at the job centre on the way home. I should have done this before.
That's right, if you twist it, it will just kind of twist off. I always have a bit of towel or something at the other end of the grip, because it does shoot out the end.
Oh, I don't want that, not on the top. Right, is that in there, yeah?
Yeah. So like if you just hold it over that, it won't squirt out.
I used to fill this up.
Yeah.
Get that in there. Loads of it, there we go, it's full. Quick one of them, Bob. Yeah. We're recycling that, look at that. The key here is as much as possible. And then just whack it on. Bang, how's that? She comes straight off. I want to say that's as good as perfect, Bob, to be honest. Yeah? Because you just don't want any rotation on the way in. No twisting. How's that, boss?
Not bad.
Not bad. That's bang on, isn't it?
Yeah, no, that's good. Right, swing weight then. Let's see what we're at.
So swing weight, there is obviously a standard. There'd be an industry standard, will they, for something like this? And then
yeah. So again, it depends on the shaft. So senior flex and lightweight is always lighter. I'd say like D0.
Yeah.
X stuff, you're talking more like D3, D4.
Yeah.
Again, it's only like 6-8 grams difference. But
yeah.
So this is set at D3.
Yeah.
So again, you could go a couple grams if you wanted to, if you want to make it a bit heavier.
Otherwise, I probably won't. So you can potentially look at changing swing weight regards to, a lot of people think it's your swing speed, but it's not. It's that kind of rhythm at the top of your backswing, isn't it? It's, do you have a really quick transition? Do you have a slow transition? I think I'm quite neutral, so I'd probably just leave it at kind of...
To be fair, D3 is standard.
Yeah, and I always think if later on in the round, if your transition slows down, the last thing you want is something too heavy to move, and then you leave it wide open in it.
But we find as well, like a lot of the, older golfers, even sub D0 helps because it's just light everywhere.
Easy to square it up, isn't it, as well? Right.
So it's just gluing now.
Gluing. I should be able to do this right, Bob, shouldn't I?
So so obviously the only thing now with gluing last is making sure it's straight.
Yeah.
Which is why I use fishing wire and...
Well, I've never used fishing wire. This is going to be sick. What I like about these adjustable hosels as well is you can change it and tweak it and still keep the grip the same. So a lot of companies don't think of that, do they? As soon as you move the neck round to change the loft or the lie, then obviously the grip moves.
A lot of people have been doing like 360 grips now, so it doesn't affect.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so
where's the resin?
You going to squirt it out or do you want me to?
No, I'll do it. I feel capable-ish.
Obviously, it's one hell of a gun because normally it's a lot smaller, but because I'm building probably 150 clubs a day,
I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle.
I just need as much glue as there is.
I only need a little bit, don't I?
Yeah.
Am I putting that in there?
No, just it should come out 50-50. Just give it a squirt.
That's probably enough, is it?
Yeah, that's sound.
Still coming out, but...
And just dump it, that's fine.
This is enough to do about 6 clubs, isn't it?
Again, I always add just a little bit of like quick center. So all that does is make sure the shaft sits perfectly in the middle.
These are little tweaks that you don't, on the tour trucks, they don't tell you.
Right. So what it is, sometimes if a shaft's like, if you sand a bit too much and there's a bit of wobble, you don't want it leaning on one side.
Yeah.
So this just kind of fills the gaps.
So it's that QC checking all the way through, isn't it, just to make sure. Shall I slob some in there then? Is that too much to throw in there?
No, yeah. Just, yeah. Yeah, normally I just kind of roll the shaft into the glue, but however you want to do it.
I don't think I've done that as you would.
Just roll it into the card and it will just kind of spread it. Yeah, so that's plenty. Let's just cut a little bit of this a second. Again, just because we're trying to square it up.
Yeah.
Just literally a tiny bit of fishing wire, just shove that in the... So if you put it like half in, half out.
This?
Yeah. And then just, put the shaft in. So it'll stick in there, you don't have to hold it.
Oh.
And then just, keep twisting till it goes all the way. You'll feel it once it...
I think we're in.
Yeah. I'll double check it.
I would love you to double check it, yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Yes! Not lost it.
So again, you just wipe all the excess away. So I think that now that fishing wire's in there,
that's, because otherwise it would...
The face doesn't move. So
whenever I keep saying this and people don't care, but when you work in a pro shop, these are jobs that we used to do. I haven't worked in a pro shop for 10 years. So and it's a bit like riding a bike, isn't it? You don't forget, but you fall off.
So now literally you can lean it against anything, however you want to do it. Just line it up, so that's now square. This won't move, and it can just dry
guys, there we go. That is going to be the club we're going to take out to Portugal with us and test new XL2. XL2?
Yeah, it comes in a 2 and a 3.
Right, perfect. It's going to be a beast off the tee and hopefully a beast in some of the par 5s. Thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, welcome.
Guys, if anyone's interested in that, make sure you do check out the link in the description below. I'm going to wash my hands very quickly. And yeah, I'm buzzing with that. Thank you very much. Bye.